Communication works for those who work at it. This is according to John Powell, an English composer. Man is gifted with the ability to communicate, that is, to use words, actions, and expressions to convey a message. Can you imagine a world without words and expressions? It must be strange and different. But, as John Powell said, we must strive to use words, actions, and expressions well so that the message we want to send is clearly understood. This subject, oral communication in context, aims to develop learners like you into effective communicators. As you go through the lessons, it is hoped that you will appreciate your unique gift, the ability to communicate. I am Teacher Glynnis, and I will help you understand the content for this lesson. This week, the lesson focus is on the nature and functions of communication. Here we answer two major questions. First, what are the characteristics of communication? And second, why do people communicate? At the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain the nature and functions of communication. What is communication? This is the first question we shall answer. There are many ways to define the word, but here's one that I like because it is complete yet simple. Communication is the process of expressing and exchanging information, thoughts, ideas, and feelings. Let us say that again. Communication is the process of expressing and exchanging information, thoughts, ideas, and feelings. Let us dissect the given definition by looking into its parts. First, communication is a process. What does this mean? Communication is a process because it has to begin from someone. Let's say there are 3 people waiting in an office. If all 3 people keep quiet and are not interested to start a conversation, then no communication happens. However, if one starts a conversation and the others respond, then communication starts to flow. It only ends when all 3 stop or when only one is interested to keep it going. Second, it involves 2 people or more, or 2 groups of people or more. In the normal setting, communication involves 2 or more people. When one sends an idea, he or she is called the sender or speaker. At the other end is a person who listens and understands the idea sent to him or her. This person is called receiver or listener. In other references, the sender is also called an encoder because he or she encodes or makes the message, while the receiver is called a decoder because the person decodes or understands the message received. In most communication situations, one person plays both the roles of sender and receiver. Here, Pedro gives the first message. He is the sender, while Juan, on the other end, is the receiver. When Juan responds, he now becomes the speaker, while Pedro is the listener. Third, there are messages being exchanged. What connects people in a communication are the messages they exchange between them. If there is no idea, information, thought, or feeling, then there are just 2 people who have nothing to say to each other. Messages are what people talk about. And fourth, a channel is used to relay the information or messages. The channel varies depending on situations. Messages transfer from one person to others through different channels. In oral communication, people may speak to others face-to-face or through phone calls or video calls. In other situations, people may get information via radio, television, or the internet. All of these use airwaves. This means that sound is transferred through the airwaves. Why do people communicate or talk to others? When we answer this question, we are actually looking into the functions of communication. One reason is to control or regulate. When you were younger, your parents often reminded you of things that you can do and what you cannot do. This is a simple example of using communication to regulate actions and words. If you notice, this is often used by people in authority. Let's say in a barangay meeting, officials inform the people about the ordinance on proper garbage disposal. They will tell people to separate their garbage, the biodegradable from non-biodegradable. They will also inform them to bring out their garbage for collection during specific days only. Because of this announcement by officials, people will no longer mix their garbage and they will only bring this out on their schedules. This is controlling how people dispose their garbage. Here's another common reason to communicate: to socialize or to interact. Don't we just love to do this? When people socialize, they build relationships, they become good neighbors, they meet new friends, and they're able to share thoughts and feelings with family and friends. Another reason to communicate is to share information. Do you know people who love to tell you about everything that is going on? Well, when journalists do their jobs, this is the common reason: to inform about their case or subject or topic. The purpose of announcements is also to inform and guide people about what to do. People also communicate to express their feelings. Words may capture how one feels, but if these are not enough, then expressions and actions help put across how people feel. Lastly, people talk to others to motivate. Motivate means to encourage or influence others to change how they think and feel towards something. Take note that this change must be something positive or good, like when you watch a video that encourages people to read books to broaden their knowledge. If you take the advice and you do read, then you were motivated by the speaker in the video. Class, take note that the functions of communication are not isolated from each other. Many times, the functions or reasons may overlap. Were you able to understand the concepts? I hope so. You will now refer to the instructions in your learning activity sheets for the activities for this lesson. But before you do, here's a summary of what I had just discussed. 1. Communication is a process of exchanging ideas between people using a chosen channel. And second, there are 5 reasons why people communicate: to motivate, to inform, to express emotions, to socialize, and to control or regulate. I'll end here. Keep safe, stay healthy.